has already begun to slow. 4 quiet places are waiting in a single line. Nothing will rush you from one to the next. The hours can blur without effort. This is one long stretch of calm. The spaces will change, but the pace will not. And the night will keep carrying you forward. Beyond the last service road, the weather station remains awake. A white mast rises beside the dark control hut. Red warning lights hold in the freezing air. Nothing is being adjusted tonight. Below the ridge, the fields remain pale under frost. A cable duct runs into the building wall. No vehicle climbs the hill. Near the outer fence, a drift of old snow stays pressed against the posts. The wire grid holds a faint silver line. No gate opens there. A warning sign faces the empty track. Its corners remain hard with cold. No torch falls across it. On the roof of the hut, a shallow rim of ice circles the vent cap. The metal keeps a dull gray shine. No vapor rises from it. An access ladder runs up the wall below. Its rungs remain dry. No hand climbs them. Inside the station, one monitor glows above the instrument desk. Blue graphs hold their patient shapes. No new spike appears. A keyboard rests under the screen. Its keys remain untouched. No command is entered. Along the far panel, indicator lamps stay in a careful row. Green holds. Amber does not join it. A digital clock advances in red numerals above the cabinet. The seconds change without sound. No one looks up at them. At the center table, a printed chart remains under a clear weight. Wind direction marks circle the page edge. No pencil moves across them. A ceramic mug stands beside the paper. A dark ring rests at the bottom. No heat remains in it. Beyond the glass, the mast lights hold their steady height over the hill. Below them, the frozen fields divide in pale strips. No tractor light appears. A farm lane cuts between the hedges in a narrow line. It remains empty. No tire track brightens there. At the sensor rack, a housing marked pressure remains sealed. Its screws keep one muted shine. No panel opens. Beside it, a small status screen shows "Ready." The letters remain fixed. No alert enters the line. Near the rear wall, a storage shelf holds labeled cases in strict rows. Foam edges show through at one corner. No lid is lifted. A folded thermal jacket rests on the lower shelf. Its sleeves remain bent from earlier use. No arm reaches into them. From the mast cable, a low note passes through the wall once. Soft, then gone. The room keeps its even hum. The graphs keep their patient lines. The station remains unchanged. On the upper platform outside, the wind cups stand against the sky. Their dark arms hold still for a moment. remains small and measured. Below them, a rain gauge cylinder reflects the nearest red light. Its rim stays clean and cold. No drop falls into it. A frost sensor rests beside a narrow rail. Its white casing remains clear. No hand checks it there. At the north window, the glass keeps a faint bloom from the room's warmth. The outer darkness presses close to it. No branch touches the pane. Far off, a village line rests under scattered lamps. The lights remain low and separate. No window brightens further. Near the communication box, one headset hangs from a hook. Its cable drops in a loose black loop. No voice enters it. A transmitter unit beneath the shelf shows one small blue pulse. It repeats slowly. No second pattern starts. On the instrument stand, the anemometer readout changes by one number, then holds, then changes again. The movement stays slight. The system records it. Nothing else answers. At the service mat, grains of dried salt remain in the rubber grooves. Their pale marks stay near the door. No boot returns through them. A key card rests beside the latch on a narrow ledge. Its printed stripe keeps a dull reflection. Nothing lifts it away. Outside, the mast keeps its patient height above the ridge. Inside, the monitor keeps its blue lines. Between them, the room holds its measured quiet. Nothing begins. Nothing ends. The weather station keeps its late watch above the frozen fields, orderly and unworried, while the valley lights remain far below. Near the backup unit, a narrow vent gives one soft breath of warm air. It remains even. It does not rise. A battery case below it shows a line of sealed covers. The clasps remain shut. No maintenance starts there. At the west pane, a thin seam of ice traces the corner of the frame. It catches a weak red reflection from the mast. The line remains narrow. Beyond that glass, the field boundary disappears into pale dark. Fence posts remain at measured distances. No animal crosses between them. On the console edge, a laminated storm chart lies beneath a clip. Its surface stays flat under the lamp. No page is turned. A fine crack in the plastic cover catches one white line of light. It remains still. It does not spread. Above the hut, the warning lights continue their patient hold on the mast. Below them, the frost keeps the hill in silence. The station records the small turning of air until the vat. At the base of the mast, anchor cables angle outward into the frozen ground. Their joints remain dark with old weather. No tool touches them. A ring of pale gravel surrounds each footing block. The stones keep their hard, cold shine. No fresh mark appears there. Inside the hut, the blue graphs continue across the monitor in calm, narrow bands. One line lifts by a fraction, then settles. The printer beside the desk remains idle. Its Its paper edge stays clean under the guide. No sheet advances from it. Near the side cabinet, a binder marked Winter Log remains between two black cases. Its spine keeps one faded label. No hand pulls it free. A flashlight lies beside the cases on a folded cloth. Its lens remains clear. No beam wakes in the room. Outside the north wall, the field station rail keeps a light crust of frost. The metal remains pale under the mast glow. No glove closes around it. The sensor box at the rail end shows one fixed green point. It stays steady. No amber joins it. At the monitor corner, the wind readout shifts again by one small value. The number holds, then changes back. The pressure line remains almost level. The temperature field keeps its slow, red digits. Nothing sharp enters the record. Near the ceiling, a conduit crosses toward the mast feed in one straight run. Its brackets remain firm along the wall. No vibration shakes them loose. A small label marked Data Link stays centered under clear tape. The edge remains flat. No corner lifts there. At the back window, the village lights continue below the ridge in scattered points. One goes out. The others remain. A road farther off keeps one thin curve of sodium light. It does not brighten. No vehicle cuts across it. The cups above the mast turn once more in the dark. Not fast, not fully still. That slight motion travels down the line, into the readout, onto the blue graph, and then settles into the quiet of the room again, beside the cold mug, the sealed cases, and the glass that holds the valley at a distance. Near the door latch, the key card remains where it was left. The stripe keeps one faint reflection. No one comes back for it. The salt grains in the mat remain pale against the rubber grooves. The outer fence stays locked on the ridge. The station keeps listening to the small movement of air over the frozen fields until the red mast lights seem farther apart in the thinning dark before dawn. At the backup battery rack, sealed modules rest behind a clear guard. Each latch remains set. No cover opens there. A test sheet clipped beside the rack shows the last completed date. The ink stays dark. No new check is marked. Beyond the south pane, frost lies along the fence wire in a pale chain. Each segment holds the mast glow for a moment, then loses it. A drainage ditch follows the lower edge of the field. Its dark line remains still. No meltwater runs through it. Near the desk lamp, a laminated windrose rests beneath the corner of the chart. Its surface keeps one soft reflection. No finger turns it. The mug beside it remains cold at the bottom. A ring of dried tea darkens the inside wall. Nothing disturbs it. On the roof above, the warning lights continue their patient interval. Red over frost, red over wire, red over the sleeping ridge. In the monitor glass, the room reflects back as a dark second station. fidgets, the white edge of the desk. Nothing in that reflection moves before the first hint of dawn comes. At the edge of the fairground, the wheel remains lit. Its empty cars hold a faint line of yellow glass. The entrance gate stays chained beneath the platform. Nothing is waiting to begin tonight. Beyond the fence, the midway remains dark. A speaker mast keeps one low electrical hum. No music returns. Near the ticket booth, a plastic stool stands under the counter. Its legs keep a dull reflection from the wheel. No one sits there. A stack of unused wristbands rests beside a metal tin. Their colors remain bright. No strip is torn away. Along the loading platform, the painted floor holds worn arrows. They point toward the silent cars in a neat line. No foot follows them. A latch bar remains set across the inner rail. Its handle stays down. Nothing lifts it free. Above the platform roof, the wheel spokes rise in pale geometry. Each joint keeps the same small circle of light. No motion passes through them. Cables run from the hub into the frame in even tension. They remain straight. No tremor reaches them. Inside the nearest car, two narrow seats face one another in red vinyl. The cushions keep a soft shine under the bulbs. No weight settles there. A safety bar rests across the doorway opening. Its chrome remains cold. No hand checks it now. At the operator panel, a switch box shows night hold in small black letters. 3 green indicators remain in one careful row. No amber joins them. A folded checklist lies under a clipped torch. The top line remains visible. No final note is added. Beside the fence, prize stalls stand shuttered under striped awnings. Their counters remain empty behind the slats. No bell rings there. A row of plush animals hangs behind one game booth in still colors. Their stitched faces remain turned toward the dark. Nothing swings from the hooks. At the center hub, the axle housing keeps a deep iron tone. Grease marks remain dark around the bolts. No wrench touches them. A service ladder rises beside the support leg. Its rungs remain bare. No hand climbs them. Below the wheel, a ring of bulbs traces the boarding circle. Their glow stays low and even on the painted metal. No brighter mode appears. One bulb near the back strut holds a weaker edge of light. It does not fail. It does not flare. From beyond the dodgem canopy, a tarpaulin gives one soft, settling sound. Not sharp, not repeated. Then the fairground returns to its held quiet. wheel keeps its height. The midway remains unchanged. Near the candy stall, a menu board hangs behind clear plastic. Prices remain printed in neat white lines. No marker crosses them. A sugar scoop rests in an empty tray on the counter. Its handle keeps a pale shine. Nothing is measured there. Along the rear fence, power cables run through a covered trench. Metal lids remain flush with the gravel. No panel opens. A warning cone stands beside one junction box. Its reflective strip remains dull. No torch finds it. At the far side of the platform, a padlock hangs through the access gate. Its body remains still. No key enters there. The chain below it loops through the bars in one heavy curve. The links remain cold. Nothing unfastens them. Beyond the booths, the dark field behind the fairground keeps a soft, open stretch. No caravan light appears along the edge. No late truck turns in. A line of poplar trees stands behind the fence under weak road lamps. Their branches remain still. No wind reaches them. Inside the lower car, one paper cup rests in the corner well near the floor. Its rim catches a faint line from the bulbs. No hand removes it. A small safety notice remains fixed beside the door frame. The sticker lies flat. No corner lifts from it. Nothing begins. Nothing ends. The wheel keeps its late position above the closed fairground, lit and motionless, while the stalls and pathways rest beneath it. At the cash box shelf, a coil of spare tokens remains in a shallow tray. Their edges hold one soft metallic line. No finger counts them. A receipt spike stands beside the tray on a square plate. Its point stays bare. No paper joins it now. Near the base support, rain marks remain dried in the paint. They fall in pale lines toward the bolts. No fresh wetness forms there. The gravel below holds the same flat pattern around the footing. No track crosses it. No heel returns to the platform tonight. At the fence corner, a breaker box stands beneath a hooded lamp. Its painted cover remains shut. No switch moves there. A laminated route sheet hangs under clear tape beside it. The edges remain flat. No new hour is written. Above the highest car, a red beacon marks the top of the wheel. Its pulse returns in a slow interval over the dark field. No second light answers it. Below that height, the empty cars remain spaced in patient order. Their doors stay closed. The whole frame keeps its quiet balance. The platform keeps its last glow tonight. At the bottom rail, chipped paint shows along the loading edge. The white line remains clear beside it. No step reaches down. Beneath the platform, a shadowed motor housing rests between the supports. Its vents remain dark. No drive begins there. Along the safety fence, small bulbs mark the queue lane in a soft curve. Two remain lit near the turnstile. The rest stay dark. turnstile arms hold their crossed position under the lamp. No wristband passes through. No click returns there. Inside the second car, the clear side panel shows a faint print from old rain. The marks remain silver under the bulbs. No sleeve brushes them. A black speaker grill sits above the doorway frame. No announcement comes from it. No test tone starts there. Near the photo booth, a shutter door remains pulled to the ground. Its lower strip keeps a weak reflection from the wheel. No coin slot lights up. A strip of sample pictures hangs behind cloudy plastic. The faces remain small and pale. Nothing swings there. At the service platform, a coil of cable rests beside a closed toolbox. Its outer loop keeps one round shape on the boards. No hand lifts it. The toolbox latch remains down against the lid. Its chrome holds a thin line of light. Nothing opens it tonight. Farther back, the bumper cars rest under a dim, corrugated roof. Their poles rise toward the grid above in silent lines. No spark jumps there. A striped curtain hangs across the side opening of the arena. Its folds remain still. No draft reaches through them. Near the popcorn stand, an empty scoop bin sits below the counter glass. A few grains remain along the seam. Nothing is swept away. A paper hat lies folded beside the till shelf. Its edge stays sharp. No head wears it now. On the nearest spoke, a maintenance marker wraps one metal brace in red tape. The knot remains tight. No fresh tag joins it. Higher up, the empty cars keep their patient spacing above the booths. Each one holds the same faint yellow interior. No door shifts at the latch. At the center post, the base cover shows a maker's plate under 4 screws. The stamped letters remain clear. No grease hides them. A narrow drip channel circles the footing ring in the gravel. It remains dry. No water gathers there tonight. From the game alley, one loose tin panel gives a small cooling sound. Brief, then gone. The fairground returns to the same held quiet around the wheel. The stalls remain shuttered. The field behind the fence remains dark. Near the outer path, a row of folded barriers leans against the rail. Their red paint remains bright at the corners. No strap pulls free. A paper map of the grounds rests beneath a clear cover beside them. The paths and booth names remain printed in color. No finger traces a route there. At the prize crane window, plush bears and bright balls remain pressed against the glass. A claw hangs motionless above them. No music starts. No game resumes. At the chain post, a stub of torn ticket paper rests in the gravel. Its white edge shows under the lamp. No heel turns it over. The post cap keeps a bead of old rain dried into a pale ring. Below the cars, the loading circle keeps its ring of low bulbs. Beyond them, the midway stays empty. And above it all, the wheel remains where the night has left it, holding its pale height over the locked gates, the closed booths, and the dark open field, until the far beacon keeps pulsing alone over the sleeping fairground. Tonight. Beyond the harbor road, the ferry terminal remains open to no one. One gate light holds above the boarding lane. The glass doors reflect the dark water outside. Nothing is being announced tonight. Below the canopy, the empty ramps remain still. A heater vent gives one low breath. No ticket is being checked. Near the entrance, a row of turnstiles stands beneath a narrow sign. Their metal arms remain crossed. No card passes through. A ticket scanner rests dark on its pedestal. Its screen remains blank. No green line appears there. Along the waiting hall, molded seats hold a dull shine under the ceiling lamps. Their curved backs remain in exact rows. No coat settles across them. A timetable board hangs above the far wall. The final departure line remains printed. No update enters below it. Beyond the glass, the boarding bridge reaches toward the ferry berth. Its covered frame keeps a pale tunnel shape over the water. No footstep enters it. Rubber seals line the door at the bridge entrance. They remain closed. No latch is lifted. At the service desk, a monitor rests on the counter beside a stack of leaflets. Its display remains black. No cursor wakes there. A bell sits on the polished wood near the corner. Its chrome keeps a soft reflection. No finger rings it. Near the vending machines, a mop bucket rests beside the tiled wall. Its handle leans to one side. No water shines inside. A caution sign remains folded against the baseboard. Its yellow panels stay shut. No hinge opens. On the harbor side, long panes face the berth in one unbroken line. The outer lights reflect in narrow streaks across the glass. No rain strikes them. Far below, the water keeps a slow, dark movement around the pilings. It remains gentle. No wake reaches in from the channel. At the boarding doors, pressure bars run across the metal frames. Their brushed surfaces remain cold under the lamp glow. No one presses through. A small speaker grill above the center door remains silent. No boarding call returns. No final tone sounds there. From the ceiling above the check-in row, One fluorescent tube gives a faint electrical note, not sharp, not repeated. Then the terminal returns to its held quiet. The seats keep their rows. The hall remains unchanged. Near the brochure rack, folded maps remain arranged by route and color. Their corners hold neat lines under clear acrylic. No copy is taken. A weather notice rests beside them under a clip. The paper stays flat. No hand turns it over. At the far side of the room, a cleaning cart stands beneath a shuttered kiosk. Its shelves hold spray bottles and rolled cloths in order. No wheel moves. A paper cup rests in the upper tray near the handle. Its rim catches one pale line of light. Nothing lifts it away. Along the floor, pale guidance strips lead toward the boarding lane in calm angles. The lines remain clean against the darker tiles. No shoe follows them. A drain cover near the entrance gate keeps one square reflection from the canopy. It remains still. No drop passes through it now. At the harbor doors, a chain hangs between two chrome posts. Its links keep one heavy curve across the path. No clasp is released. The post caps reflect the gate light in small circles. They remain bright. Nothing shifts them out of line. Beyond the berth, the outline of the ferry remains beside the dock. Only a few deck lamps stay on along the upper level. No engine note rises from it. A loading ramp rests below the terminal windows in locked position. Its painted lines remain pale. No vehicle climbs there. Inside the side office, a jacket hangs over the back of a chair near the partition. The sleeves remain folded inward. No one returns for it. A logbook lies open on the desk beside a switched-off lamp. The last page remains filled. No new line is written there. Nothing begins. Nothing ends. The terminal keeps its late arrangement above the berth, quiet and fluorescent, while the ferry waits below in the dark water. Near the outer wall, a row of luggage trolleys stands nested beneath a metal rail. Their wheels remain turned inward. No handle is pulled free. A blue strap hangs from the nearest trolley basket. Its end remains twisted around one bar. Nothing loosens it tonight. At the emergency cabinet, a red life ring rests behind glass beside a folded chart. Its white bands remain clear. No latch opens there. A small key hangs on a numbered tag beneath the case. The ring remains still. No hand reaches down. On the lower pane, dried salt marks remain along the edge above the sill. They catch the harbor light in faint lines. No cloth wipes them away. Beyond them, the berth keeps its dark shape beside the hull. The bridge remains empty. The whole terminal holds its waiting quiet under the last gate light. At the wall clock, the minute hand passes midnight. No one turns to it now. Nothing answers. Below the terminal windows, the ferry keeps its place against the berth. A line of deck lamps remains along the upper rail. No loading begins there. At the gangway hinge, bolts hold a dull shine above the water. The ramp remains set in its locked angle. No wheel climbs toward it. A safety chain hangs across the lower entry point. Its links keep one dark curve under the pier light. No clasp is lifted. Along the ferry deck, empty benches remain fixed behind glass panels. Their surfaces hold the last of the terminal glow. No one sits there. A life buoy hangs near the stairwell on a white bracket. Its bands remain bright. No hand reaches for it. Near the stern, a stack of cargo cones stands beside a painted locker. Their red sides remain dull in the harbor air. No cone is moved. A mooring line runs from the cleat to the bollard below the terminal wall. Its fibers remain tight and dark. No strain changes through it. At the lower gate, a faded sign reads, "Passengers only during boarding." The letters remain clear enough to read from the glass. No boarding returns. A rubber bumper strip runs along the hull beneath it. It stays pressed to the berth. No wave lifts it away. From the channel beyond the pier, one buoy light marks the outer water. Its blink returns at a patient interval. No second beacon answers from the dark. Farther out, the harbor road bends behind the storage sheds in weak sodium light. No late van passes there. No engine reaches the berth. Inside the terminal, the brochure rack remains beside the wall. The maps stay in order. The weather notice stays clipped. At the service desk, the bell keeps its small, round shine. The monitor remains black. The leaflets remain stacked beside it. On the boarding bridge, the overhead lamps remain off past the first section. The tunnel frame fades into the darker middle span. No step enters it. At the far end, the ferry door remains behind glass. Its push bar keeps one dim line. No speaker call reaches it from the terminal hall. Below the pilings, black water folds and opens in slow, narrow lines. The movement remains small against the concrete wall. No wake enters from the mouth of the harbor. A ladder fixed to the berth wall drops toward the water between the fenders. Its rungs remain wet and dark. No boot finds them tonight. At the harbor doors, the chrome posts keep their places under the chain. Their caps reflect the gate light in small circles. No path opens through them. Behind the side partition, the jacket remains over the chair. The logbook remains open on the desk. No lamp is switched on there. From somewhere below the terminal floor, one pipe gives a low, settling note. Brief, then gone. The fluorescent hum resumes above the check-in row. The berth remains still below. The ferry keeps waiting under the windows. At the emergency case, the red life ring remains behind glass. The white bands stay clear. No latch opens there. The numbered key beneath the case keeps one pale line of light. It does not turn. It does not swing. Beyond the hull, the outer channel keeps its dark width under the buoy light. The bridge remains empty above the water. and the whole terminal stays suspended over the berth, fluorescent and watchful, while the ferry below holds its quiet shape against the dock until the glass doors, the chain across the harbor path, and the small lamps on the upper deck seem to belong to the same late hour beside the black water before dawn. Near the far mooring post, a second line runs down into the dark beside the hull. Its wet fibers hold the pier light in broken points. No hand tests the knot. On the upper deck, a narrow strip of cabin light remains behind one closed door. It stays warm against the colder lamps outside. No shadow crosses it. Across the terminal glass, the reflections of the empty seats lie over the water, like another waiting room suspended above the berth. Rose, pale light, dark gaps between them. Then the buoy light returns once more beyond the pier. The hull remains against the fenders. The boarding bridge remains empty. And the whole harbor keeps that late, patient stillness until the first gray trace of morning reaches the outer water. The terminal windows keep their pale watch above the berth. Low. At the back of the museum, the aquarium hall remains after closing. Blue maintenance lights rest across the dark water. The public doors stay locked behind the lobby glass. Nothing is being opened tonight. Beyond the rail, the main tank holds its dim, moving depth. A filtration hum remains under the floor. No guided voice returns. Near the entrance arch, a row of folded strollers stands against the wall. Their handles remain turned inward. No wheel rolls free. A height marker beside the ticket gate keeps its colored bands. The numbers remain clear. No child stands there now. Along the first railing, brushed steel reflects the tank light in narrow strips. The metal stays cool under the blue glow. No hand rests on it. A small warning plate reads, "Do not tap the glass." Its letters remain sharp. No finger reaches forward. Inside the main tank, a long silver fish crosses the upper water and disappears. The movement remains smooth and untroubled. No sudden turn follows it. Lower down, pale sand keeps a soft, uneven floor between dark rocks. The ridges remain in place. No cloud rises from them. At the center pane, a stingray rests near the bottom beside a low ledge. Its outline remains broad and still for a while. Then one slow edge lifts. Only that. Then the body settles again. The water keeps its blue hold. Near the jellyfish cylinder, the side glass holds a faint halo from the service lights. The water inside remains clear and cool. No public spotlight joins it. Soft bells drift upward through the column in patient shapes. Their pale bodies fold and open. No stronger current breaks them apart. Beside the cleaning station, a hose remains coiled on a wall reel. Its nozzle points toward a grated drain. No rinse begins there. A long brush rests across a plastic tub below. Its bristles stay dark from earlier use. Nothing lifts it now. On the far wall, a map of the exhibit remains under matte acrylic. Colored paths show reef, coast, deep water, and mangrove in neat zones. No route is followed. A red dot marks "You are here" beside the main hall outline. It remains centered. No shadow crosses the marker. At the touch pool, the shallow surface lies under a low blue lamp. One starfish holds to the rock edge near the corner. Nothing disturbs the water. A stool beside the sink remains tucked under the counter. Its rubber feet keep one dull line on the tiles. No one sits there. From behind the Shark Tank wall, one relay gives a soft click. Not sharp, not repeated. Then the hall returns to its even underwater quiet. The pumps keep their work. The tanks keep their glow. Near the anemone display, narrow labels stand in a row beneath the glass. Their names remain small and precise under the lamps. No card is replaced. Orange tentacles move in one slow current around the stone. They continue without hurry. No fish enters and breaks the circle. At the left partition, a service door remains flush with the painted wall. Its push bar keeps a thin, white reflection. No latch gives way. A staff badge hangs from a hook beside the frame. The clip remains shut. Nothing takes it down. Farther in, the tunnel tank begins under a curved acrylic roof. Dark water arches overhead and to each side. No footstep enters the passage. The moving blue above the tunnel floor leaves faint patterns on the concrete. They remain soft and shifting. No shadow interrupts them there. At the start of the tunnel, a bench faces the broadest pane. Its wood remains slightly worn at the center. No coat is left across it. A brochure lies flat near one leg where it must have slipped from a rack. Its pages remain closed. No corner lifts. Inside the tunnel water, a school of small fish turns in one silver thought. The whole shape bends, then lengthens. A second turn follows farther back near the rock wall. The motion remains calm. No darting rush begins. Above the arch, one slow fish crosses where the light is dimmest. Its underside takes on the same cold blue as the glass below. No bubble trail follows it. At the far end, the tunnel mouth frames another tank wall and one empty rail. The view remains open. Nothing approaches from there. Near the octopus room, the side pane stays darker than the others. A cave shape fills the lower corner beneath the rock. No arm extends from it yet. A status screen beside the life support panel shows night settings active. Green bars remain in place. No red enters the row. On the maintenance desk, a log sheet lies beneath a clear clipboard cover. Times and initials fill the last visible column. No new line is added. A grease pencil rests beside a flashlight on the shelf edge. Its point stays wrapped in paper. Nothing marks the board with it. Along the baseboard, the tile reflects wavering blue from the tanks in broken strips. The reflected light remains low and patient. No shoe crosses it. Beyond that deep blue, the shark tank wall continues into the darker side of the hall. The glass remains unbroken along the long curve. No brighter beam reaches across it. Near the lower edge, a sand channel runs between two rock shelves in a pale ribbon. Its surface stays mostly smooth. Only one small line shifts where the water presses through. At the octopus pane, the cave opening remains black for a while longer. Then one arm appears against the rock. Its pale underside catches the service light in a soft line. The arm extends by degrees over the stone lip. One cup takes hold, then another. The movement stays slow enough to belong to the room itself. No sudden reach follows, only that careful unfolding from the dark. Beside the pane, the night-setting screen keeps its green bars. A single blue pulse repeats at the corner. No warning tone comes from the panel. Below it, a cabinet marked Feed Storage remains latched. Its white label stays flat under clear tape. No key turns in it tonight. Farther down, the tunnel floor continues beneath the arching water. A second bench waits at the widest section. Its shadow lies soft on the concrete. Above that bench, larger bodies pass through the darker blue with patient weight. One shark moves from left to right, high over the arch. Its tail keeps a measured sideward rhythm. The body does not hurry. The line of the back remains calm. The water closes behind it without fuss or brightness. Near the jellyfish column, the pale bells continue their upward drift. Their bodies fold, then open. The timing remains slow and almost even. The clear cylinder keeps them suspended like thoughts that do not need to finish. No visitor stands around the glass. No camera rises there now. At the touch pool sink, a faucet keeps one cold silver line under the lamp. The stool remains tucked beneath the counter. The blue water remains flat. A rubber glove lies folded near the basin edge. Its fingers keep their bent shape from earlier use. Nothing slips into the pool beside it. On the reef wall, coral branches continue to hold their layered shapes below the moving waterline. A striped fish leaves one opening and enters another. The path remains short and exact. Behind it, a yellow fish pauses near a ledge and turns in place. The eye catches light. Then the body vanishes into a deeper pocket of blue among the stone shelves. From the service corridor behind the exhibits, one door closes somewhere out of sight. Soft, then gone. The pumps remain the only steady sound again. They move through the floor and the walls in a low, even pressure that belongs to every tank, every pipe, every hidden filter chamber. every dark reservoir behind the public glass. At the moon pool, the deeper surface keeps its shadowed circle under the lamps. A broad shape passes below for a moment, then disappears. The ring of lights remains fixed along the edge. The care chart remains clipped beneath the rail. No sleeve brushes past the page. Near the far viewing pane, the brochure still lies beside the bench leg. Its cover remains shut. The corners remain square. Blue reflections drift over it from the tank glass and then drift away again. The paper stays where it fell. No one bends to lift it from the floor tonight. In the highest part of the main tank, a silver body crosses once more near the upper water. Lower down, the stingray has shifted from the ledge by a small distance. The sand remains undisturbed around it. At the seahorse stems, both small bodies keep their hold in the current. Their shapes remain delicate and vertical beside the swaying grass. Nothing larger enters that clear column. The aquarium keeps all of it at once. The tunnel, the reef, the dark cave, the jellyfish light, the railings and labels and benches below the blue. The octopus arm remains on the rock lip. The shark path stays high above the tunnel arch. Blue light holds across the glass. Behind the rail, the hall keeps its quiet water. Beyond the lobby, the museum remains locked. Morning has not reached the windows yet.